world. This is me when I wake up. Actually, I've been awake for a couple of hours now, but I'm just getting started on my day because I've been, doing important things like perusing Facebook and, answering emails and that are junk emails anyway, but I've been busy. I'm getting ready to get in the shower, but I wanted to say good morning and let's start our day. And I've got some really fun things to share with you later today. See you in a few. I decided not to take a shower because I need to work out. I need to exercise. I also need to learn how to look at the camera eye or lens and not me. That's difficult to do. And I know a lot of people struggle with that because I watch a lot of videos learning how to do this, and I'm not the only one. So I don't feel bad, but it's still something I need to learn. Okay, I'm hungry. So here is one of my first tips for overcoming depression and negative life choices. Negative life choices is not always, I wanted to shoot heroin. That's obviously a negative life choice. Sometimes they can seem like very good choices when you make them, but they're not in the long run. So one of the things I struggle with is eating properly. And it's a vicious cycle because depression can cause you to not eat properly. Not eating properly can cause depression. So you just go round and round and round in this circle. One of my excuses, for lack of a better word, is, I'll eat if the food appears in front of me at certain times of the day, but I don't want to go out of my way to eat. So what I would end up doing is just, grabbing an apple or grabbing whatever, a cookie, and that would be my breakfast lunch. I usually don't eat breakfast and lunch. It's one or the other. So it's okay to have weaknesses. It's okay to have faults. What's not okay is to not acknowledge those facts about yourself. What's not okay is to not do something about it. So now what I try to do, and I'm not always successful, but what I try to do when I make dinner, I make enough for leftovers for the next day. And I go ahead and plate them in a way that I just have to pop it in the microwave and it's good to go. So this is something my sister actually made a few days ago. It is so good. And if you want the recipe, it looks ugly. It looks ugly, but it's so good. It is a crock pot dish, so super simple. It is cubed potatoes with powdered ranch dressing, like the, I forget the name of it, and it's been a Hidden Valley ranch dressing, the powder or whatever brand, a bunch of cheese and a bunch of bacon. So it's probably high in salt because of the ranch dressing, but it's actually, potatoes are not bad for you. Cheese is not bad for you. Bacon is not bad for you. It's how much you eat of this stuff that is bad for you. So this is my lunch today, and that's a decent sized lunch. That's all, that's good. But I've been struggling with, for about 3 or 4 months now, low blood sugar. And that is a direct result, at least for me, I'm not a doctor, but at least for me, it's a direct result of not eating properly. So I am a chef and I don't like to eat. I'm around food all the time. And so this summer, I was a head chef or cook, whatever you want to call it, for a summer camp here in Alaska. It was a lot of fun. Oh my gosh, I enjoyed it so much. But because I was working 14 to 17 hour days, I didn't eat. There's two kinds of chefs for the most part. There's chefs that taste everything and eat everything and they're this big. And then there's chefs that they're small and you're like, I can't believe you. How do you keep the weight off? Well, because we don't eat. We get tired of the food. We'll take a nibble. We make sure it tastes okay. And then that's usually, for the 12 weeks, I was there actually 13 weeks, but the camp itself was 12 weeks long. Actually, I was there for 14 weeks. But anyway, for the 12 weeks that I was cooking, 3 meals a day plus snacks for these kids, I bet I didn't eat one plate of food all day long. And that's not enough food. It was healthy food. I ate healthy because I was real determined to feed these kids healthy food and not your typical summer camp food. But I wasn't eating enough. Well, as a result, I've got extreme numbness and pins and needles in my hands and my feet. And it turns out that my sugar is too low. When I went to Walmart, $20. I think I spent $30 altogether to get everything. I bought the test kit, and my sugar was 71, which is on the low end of okay. It's as low as you can go and still be okay. That was after fasting all night, just before breakfast. The next day I took it, and it was 42. That's not okay. So now I'm determined to eat healthy every day, to eat a healthy amount of food every day. One thing that I did read is they said to be careful because people with low blood sugar are more apt to become diabetic on the other end because they eat a bunch of sugar or overeat in general, trying to keep their blood sugar up. I don't want to do that. I want to be a healthy person all the way around. One thing you need to know about me is I'm full-blown celiac. There's no playing. I cannot eat gluten in any way, shape, or form. Not even a teeny little speck of it. So I do have to watch what I eat to begin with, and it's difficult for me when I'm traveling. I can't run to McDonald's and get a hamburger. It's not an option. So I have to be very diligent about making sure I have proper food in the house that I can eat. So I don't buy junk, just don't do it. I did have a cookie yesterday. I made a bunch of cookies for work, and because we sell them at work. I work for a golf course right now. Made a bunch of cookies, and I did eat one cookie, and that's, it's okay. It's okay once in a while to have some junk. Just don't make a daily habit of it. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I made peanut butter cookies, which I make the 3-ingredient peanut butter cookies. There's no flour in them. They're so good. So I brought one of those home and ate it after dinner. Anyway, this is what I'm eating right now. And if you want the recipe, hit me up. I'll be more than glad to get it for you. But my first journey of fighting depression and making bad decisions is eating properly. I've got a lot of issues in my life to work out and to fix. These are the least of my problems, but it's all baby steps. I think people tend to jump in and they try to fix so much at one time, and then you get overwhelmed, and no one can fix everything at one time. And then those of us that are suffering from depression, we get really overwhelmed, and we call ourselves failures, and we just give up and don't do anything. Pick one thing, one easy thing that you can fix. One easy thing. And, I'm starting this video log late. I've already done the education. I've already gotten all that out of the way. Excuse me. I have to find a job that reflects my education, but I've got the education out of the way. But something, I'm suffering a major depression right now because of all of the conflict in my life. So something I can control right now is the food. And rather than being anorexic or forming an whatever eating disorder, I'm choosing to move forward in a positive way. And I'm eating healthy, and I'm making food that I can eat. I'm making sure that I have the food in the house that I can eat. And then I know I'm not going to want to make lunch for myself, so I make it at dinner the night before, and I have it for leftovers. That's my first step, and that's my layman's advice to you today. Pick one easy thing that you can do, that you can accomplish. I don't care if it's something as simple as I'm going to make my bed every day this week. Pick one goal and accomplish it. Make it as easy as you can. As easy as you can. Thanks so much. I hope you enjoyed this. And tomorrow, I think we're going to talk about exercise. Ooh, I hate to exercise. All this crap about exercising makes you want to exercise more. No, it doesn't. But it needs to be done. So after I eat this, I'm going to do a couple of things around the house, let my belly settle a little bit, and then I'm going to walk on the treadmill. Anyway, thanks so much. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye. There will always be haters. There will be doubters. There will be non-believers. And then there will be you proving them wrong.